Woo! What's going on, guys? Orms Forum coming, guys, today with another video. Today's video is the aftermath for the week 11 game. Bears at Detroit Lions. Thriller. Lions win the game 31-26. Bears falling to 3-8. Lions going up to 8-2, first in the NFC North. Lions make a huge comeback in this football game, guys. With pretty much 15 points unanswered in the fourth quarter in the span of like 5 minutes, and win the football game 17 if you want to count the safety in the fourth quarter. Now let's get to the injuries. We'll talk about the game in a bit, but injuries: running back D'Onta Foreman for the Bears had an ankle injury. He was kind of in and out. He got hurt a couple times in this game. Center Lucas Patrick had a back injury. Pretty much he was out of the game. Lions, no real significant injuries in game, but they did have offensive guard Jonah Jackson, who had a wrist and an ankle problem, was inactive. Now the Bears stats: quarterback Justin Fields was 16 for 23 for 69.5% completion percentage. He was pretty good. Only threw for 169 yards though, 1 touchdown, 0 picks. He was sacked twice. Rushing the ball, quarterback Justin Fields was 18 for 104 yards on the ground. We couldn't stop him on the ground. He was rushing for 5.8 yards per rush. Running back Khalil Herbert, who was back too from an injury, same as Fields, 16 for 35, only 2.2 yards per rush. Then running back D'Onta Foreman was 6 for 14 with the touchdown, 2.3 yards per rush as well. Then running back, the rookie Roschon Johnson, was 6 for 30 on 5 yards per clip. I thought they should have ran him a little bit more. If I would have been a Bears fan, I'd be pissed. If I would have been a Bears coach, I would have been asking why we didn't run this guy more, because we were having trouble tackling him, and as well as Justin Fields. But running back wise, it was Johnson that was getting the bigger yardage and the bigger yards per rush. Then receiving, wide receiver DJ Moore he was 7 catches for 96 yards and a touchdown, 13.7 yards per catch, 9 targets. Wide receiver Darnell Mooney was 1 for 24 yards per catch. He only had 1 target though, which is weird. Tight end Cole Kmet, we kept him in check, which is good because he's a real good tight end, and we've had problems. He was 3 for 20 yards, 6.7 yards per catch on 4 targets. Then wide receiver Equanimeous St. Brown, Amon-Ra's brother, 2 for 19 yards, 9.5 yards per catch on 2 targets. And then their kicker, I don't talk about kickers much, but Cairo Santos was 4 for 4 on field goals with the 53 long. And then we only made the Bears punt twice, by the way, too. So then their defense for the Bears: linebacker TJ Edwards, 9 tackles, 1 interception. Cornerback Kyler Gordon was 7 tackles. Safety Jaquan Brisker had 6 tackles as well. Linebacker Tremaine Edwards, 8 tackles and an interception. Linebacker Jack Sanborn was 4 tackles and a sack. DB Tyreek Stevenson, the rookie, had 3 tackles, an interception, and a forced fumble. Defensive end Montez Sweat had 2 tackles and a sack. And I believe he got that sack on Panay. Don't quote me on it for sure. But if it was, Panay Sewell's first sack given. I'm trying to think. I think it was on the right side. I'm not 100% sure though, but I think Sewell might have gave up that sack. But anyways, in the Lions stats, quarterback Jared Goff did not have a good game. Kind of showed up late in this game, obviously. 23 for 35, had a decent completion percentage, 65.7 yards per his completion percentage was, so that was good. But 236 yards, 2 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, which is terrible. Should have been 5. For sure 4, but it should have even been 5. Even the 4th one, that should have been whatever it was in between all his other picks. Jalen Johnson almost picked the ball off on the 1-yard line and took it 99 yards to the house. But he dropped it. He had to reach a little bit for it, but he dropped it. Then he threw another ball, Goff, that went a little bit low, but the Chicago Bear got his hands on it. So it should have been 4 or 5 picks. Luckily, it was only 3, and he was sacked twice. Rushing the ball, running backs, David Montgomery had a nice day, 12 for 76 yards, 1 touchdown, the big game winner, 6.3 yards per rush. Running back Jahmyr Gibbs, the rookie, was only 8 carries for 36 yards, but a touchdown, 4.5 yards per rush. And then receiving, Amon-Ra St. Brown, wide receiver, just doing his thing. 8 catches, 77 yards, touchdown, 9.6 yards per catch, 11 targets. He got dinged up a little bit too. Looked like his arm or his hand, but he kept playing. He's a gamer. Running back Jahmyr Gibbs, the rookie, was 6 catches for 59 yards. He was big through the air, 9.8 yards per catch, 6 targets, caught all 6 of his balls. Wide receiver Jameson Williams, 2 catches for 44 yards and a big score to get him back into the game. 22 yards per catch. Awesome to see J-Mo do that. on 3 targets. Those targets need to get up, though. Running back, David Montgomery, 2 catches for 22 yards, had a big one, had a big first down catch in the fourth quarter when they were going down to score the game winner on 11 yards per reception, 2 targets. Then tight end Sam Laporta, kind of a quiet day, the rookie out of Iowa, 3 catches for 18 yards, but he had a big first down catch as well on that last drive as well, 6 yards per catch on 5 targets. Now this was a weird game, guys. Like this was a very strange game. We didn't come to play. It didn't seem like how we ended up having a halftime lead going into the third quarter was amazing. It was 14-10, I believe, or something like that. I think we had the touchdown from Gibbs, I think it was, and then Goff threw a touchdown to Amon-Ra. And then the third quarter started and it was just mayhem. Carlos Santos hit a field goal, touchdown from DJ Moore. Field goal again for Santos. Next thing you know, we're down by 12. And we're just not playing good football. Goff wasn't in it. It didn't seem like it for the first couple, 2-3 quarters. He just seemed off. It just didn't seem like he was. It just, his body language was just weird. He didn't seem to have a good day. He takes it in stride, though. He doesn't get up, doesn't get down. He looked a little bit down, but he kept going. He showed up big time later on in the game. But it was just a weird game. We were running the ball at a decent clip, I thought. Amon-Ra doing his thing. Nobody else was really contributing in the passing game except Gibbs a little bit here and there. And then like 5 minutes to go in the game, and next thing you know, we come back and we boom, boom, boom down the field. Big strike to JMO. All of a sudden we're in the ball game. And I put a post on an NFC North huddle group where I was like, embarrassing loss for Detroit Lions. And this was about 3 minutes and change, maybe 4 minutes, just before the JMO touchdown. And they scored the touchdown. And I was like, oh man, I made a post, embarrassing loss, got to tighten up for the Green Bay Packers, yada, 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 this and that. I'm getting dragged for it right now, which is fine. Right now. I probably shouldn't have made it. I've never really done that. Never really gone before a game and said, hey, I just didn't think we were going to win this football game, guys. I just didn't. It just didn't look like we were going to win it. We just didn't look like we were in it. We were playing kind of a bend but don't break type defense. A bunch of field goals from Santos. They were driving on us, but we'd stop them from the end zone. They only gave up 2 touchdowns. So we're playing that bend but don't break. The offense was kind of scattered. Didn't really know what was going on. We were running the ball a little bit better. Amon-Ra doing his thing, but everybody else kind of I just didn't think we were going to come back. Don't ever count. I'm never counting out this team. I know it was the Bears, but it's tough to win in the NFL. Okay? I know we played the Chicago Bears. It doesn't matter, though. This was a big win for the Lions. But you can't really play like that. We did get lucky. I'm not going to sit here and blow smoke up your culo and tell you that this was a great game by the Detroit Lions. They played a bad game. They did. The victory was handed to the Chicago Bears. They just didn't take care of it. So when we scored that touchdown, there was like a few minutes left. Bears get the ball back. We need 3 and out. We need a 3 and out. Boom, boom. They run two runs in a row. The linebackers are literally right on the D-line's ass. We're playing the run. And we're telling the Bears we're stopping the run. Bears don't get out of it. They try to run. I think it was Herbert twice, I believe it was. Maybe Roshan Johnson, but I think it was Herbert twice. Don't know why. We stop them. Boom, boom. 2 stymies. And then they try to throw like a 25, 30-yard bomb to the rookie Tyler Scott. Okay? We get the ball back. What do? Bing, 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 all the way down. Jared Goff gets them all the way down there. David Montgomery, Jared Goff, Gibbs, Laporta, Amon-Ra. Everybody contributed at the end there. Then we ended up winning the ball game. Bears get the ball back. Well, we were up. Bears get the ball back with under a minute to go. Aiden Hutchinson comes in huge. First play of that last drive, strip sack. We won the ball game. It was a crazy, crazy victory. We got handed that a little bit. The football gods were smiling on us. A win's a win, though. It's tough to win in the NFL, but we did not play a good football game, guys. We did not play a good football game, but we are 8-2. We are 8-2, and that's all I can say. We got to tighten up, though. It's time to tighten up. Packers are coming into town next. They're 4-6. They just beat the Chargers. They're talking a lot of shit. They're 4-6. We're 8-2. This Thursday, short week, Turkey Day, Thanksgiving Day game. Big game. Short work week for everybody. You know what I mean? So that's what's next Thursday at 12:30 p.m. Detroit Lions will host the Green Bay Packers for their annual Thursday game for Thanksgiving Day at 12:30 p.m. And that's it, guys. 31-26, big victory. This would have been a bad loss, you know. I'd rather take an ugly loss than I'd rather take an ugly win than an ugly loss 100 times out of 100. But it's time to tighten up. All right, guys. But thanks a lot for coming in, guys. Thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button at the bottom right. Don't forget to hit the notification bell up top. Don't forget to like, comment, share this out. Big win, guys. 31-26. Detroit Lions 8-2. Top of the North by like 2.5, 3 games. Boom, because the Vikings lost yesterday. Let's go. One pride. Detroit versus everybody. Let's go, baby. Boom.